one step forward, two steps back with injuries, isn't it? Leppitsch with, I mean, looks like you get Hanley and Merritt back, but then you lose Green and Robinson. You sort of can't take a trick on the injury front.
Yeah, it's been one of those years, hasn't it, from an injury perspective, but I guess the positive is been able to actually blood some kids and shown some good signs. So we're actually building, I think, long-term a bit of depth on our list, which is exciting.
Is Hanley and Merritt will play, and Rocky as well?
Yeah, well, Rocky obviously told the world he's declared it, so I think...
You get a vote, though.
Oh, I do. The reserves are at 12 o'clock at Cooperoo, I've told him, so he might get a run there if he's lucky. But look, let's hope all three of those are back. I think Daniel's done enough to keep playing, and Pearce has to get through training, and Rocky looks ready, so at this stage I think all three will play.
What would Merritt bring back to the team? Obviously you've had such a young defence all year. Can you tell us what do you bring?
Over 100 games, which is weird, having some tools down there with some experience. He'll allow Justin Clark to play his core role, which is to be able to play on someone, which is good. Clarkie's been having to do a lot of the directing work down there, and it's a difficult role. You've got to not only think of yourself, but 5 others. And it's hard for a young player to do consistently. He's done well, but I think with Daniel playing that role, it helps. That's for sure.
Obviously, there's an element, huge element of bad luck with injuries, especially with collisions, Justin. But will the club be investigating the injury toll in any way at the end of the season, reviewing it? Other clubs have done occasionally.
Oh, we always review our work, whether it be performance or injury, whichever one it is. So, yeah, that's always underway.
Big first task for Merritt to come back to, though, obviously, Buddy and Tipper coming back in. Like, you're not sort of easing him back in, are you?
Oh, it's AFL footy, isn't it? You come back and, you play the game that's in front of you, and you've got 2 big players, 2 good players this week, But I think our tools are in pretty good nick at the moment. Clarkie and also Harris Andrews have been pretty good as a first-year player, and now Daniel's in there as well, so it's an exciting mix.
Not all under your watch, obviously, but you haven't got close to the Swans in a long time.
We beat them in the pre-season, Michael. What are you talking about? Does that count or not? Had a pretty good team in that day. Well, it counts for us. We're using it anyway. It's a win. The AFL won't use it, but we will.
No, so how can you bridge that gap? I don't think you've got within 8 goals in the last.
Yeah, well, different team now than we have been the last 5 years. Some of the things are different, obviously, from a structural point of view that when we'll play them now, but some things were actually younger probably than the times we've played previously as well. So, look, there's some things that we're going to put in place, and hopefully, like we have against 2 pretty good oppositions the last 2 weeks, we've done for a large portion of the game, but fell over. Our consistency and our relentless nature to finish games is really, I think, the key for us. I think we realise what we put in place actually works. I think even though we're not winning, the players realise when we do it well, it actually competes against the better teams in the competition. It's just how long we can do it for, and that's always a task for us.
Have you changed the training slightly, given the boys have come back from Perth on a shorter break than what Sydney are on? And you've been up for 2 weeks and really pushed 2 teams. Have you sort of altered the training at all?
Yeah, we'll just do less full ground drills, really, and do more of the tighter breakdowns with a bit less of the longer, harder running. That's about it. But we still need to get the work into the boys, that's for sure.
Just on the experience front then, said Merritt brings back 100 games, having Pearce and Rocky back potentially as well.
Yep, it does.
Much can you do? How much do the other boys lift having 3 sort of more experienced blokes?
Well, not just their own individual performances because they're all good players, but how they direct others. I mean, you've got 3 other leaders out there that can actually help other people. So that part's understated. Really, is how much the senior players, because they understand the roles so much better and can communicate them better than the younger players. They tend to be better from a team perspective. In that sense, the things the public don't tend to see, but they tend to help us structure up better.